What's up?
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Fantastic. How was the lunch? The pizza?
Good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
So first I'm going to introduce ourselves. What we're going to talk about some of the upgrades that we're doing for the park, as well as some of the new stuff that we're getting for the 2020 season, which we cannot wait for the park to open May 2nd. So if you guys do not know who I am, my name is AJ Brawl. I'm the rides manager. I've been here with the company on and off 14 years, but as the rides manager, I'm going on my second full year into this position. So I'm really excited to talk about what we're adding for the 2020 season.
And I'm Justin Patterson. I am the aquatics manager for Lake Compounce. My first job ever, I was a Lake Compounce lifeguard. So it's just kind of cool and ironic. Years later, I came back and now run the whole department. So we'll go over a few things that we're adding to the water park itself this year as well. So, yeah. All right. So the formatting's messed up, but we're gonna roll with it. So at the main gate, we're actually taking out, you know, the water game, the water race game where you shoot into the hole and the thing goes up. We actually moved that over to the right, and we're installing a main gate creamery to where we're actually hand making all of the waffle cones, the bubble waffle cones. The best way I can describe that, it's a waffle that looks like it has blisters on it. And then, so it's gonna have soft serve ice cream, which is gonna be lactose free. It's going to have the Dole. Did anyone try the pineapple Dole Whip that we had last season? We're gonna expand the flavors on that. And then as well, as custard. So a legitimate creamery right at the main gate.
Alright, well, I guess I have to go to Lake Compounce this year.
Thank you for letting me. Totally messed up this one. I'm never using your flash drives again. So yeah, that's just the progress of it. So where the water race was, we took down everything that was in it, and luckily I was in Arizona at the time, and everyone else had to move the water race game. I didn't have any part of that, so it was perfect. What else did I put? Yeah, so the cones are going to be made in-house, toppings, the bubble waffle cones, waffle sticks, you name it, it's going to be made.
So since I'm the rides manager, I'll talk about a little bit of the track work that we're doing for Wildcat. We did some work last year. Some of the work that we're doing is a track heading into the South Fantail. Right now, I believe they just finished that project. I was going to take pictures of them actually doing that, but they finished as I was about to take the picture of them doing it. We're also expanding the mechanical room. So any of you guys went to the mechanical room, we're expanding it because we're adding a gearbox to that. We're getting rid of that big wheel. So I don't know if did anyone ever go into that mechanical room? That big wheel, we're actually donating that to the roller coaster museum, and we're adding a gearbox for the 2020 season. Yep. And here's some of the, like I said, they finished it. This is the finished product of the South Fantail. This is them trying to expand the mechanical room. And of course you guys have seen the big wheel. That's the big wheel that we're donating to the roller coaster museum. And now Boulder Dash. If you guys have talked to me about Boulder Dash, it's probably about whether or not we'll be in 2 trains. We're hoping that's the case for this upcoming year. I know you guys will love that. We're planning on having Boulder Dash 2 trains this year. So part of the Boulder Dash work we're doing is down south where the former Skyride used to be, we're replacing side steel by the South Fantail, that area of the track. We're replacing the side steel. We're also replacing 2 layers of track near the rock face. And that's pretty much it for the Boulder Dash. It's mainly Wildcat track work that we're doing this year, and that's the Boulder Dash track work that we're doing.
Anybody remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet, what is it?
Water slide.
Water slide. So Venus Vortex is going to be new for the 2020 season. We left little Easter eggs at the front so that it could kind of let guests know that it's on its way. Just go through all of them. So it's the new attraction, thrill level 4. Do you guys know what the thrill levels are at Lake Compounce? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wow, Larry was right. So we have a thrill scale. So 4 being the highest, it's going to be a level 4. So, and then the minimum height is going to be 42 inches. Going next, the entire slide itself is actually on the premises currently. Next to it is all of the, I didn't get a photo of it. Next to it is all of the standing structure. So everything's on site and just getting ready to build. Next is, so eventually you're not going to be able to pretty much see downtime or any of this. It's literally going to cover this whole space. The pump house is done. You guys are seeing this photo before Spain, the people that are paying for this. So, and then we actually expanded the entire, remember the cabanas that were on the side of Bayou Bay? We took all of those down because to bring it up to code, the throughway has to be the same size as a fire truck to get through. So we knocked all those down, and then within future expanding, we can use that as an access point.
Wow.
So, and this is what it is hopefully going to look like. Obviously, being 6 stories high, it's going to be very intimidating. It's going to be very captivating, I could say. You can go through the next 2. It's going to be so we ended up going with, Larry said 3-person tubes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm hoping we get them in time because they're coming from China.
No.
And there's a little issue going on. So hopefully we get them clean or at least in time. And that's pretty much it.
So we're doing general upgrades. I don't know if you guys are aware, we got a new COO. He's all about trying to invest more into the park. So we're upgrading a lot of our stuff regarding like bathrooms, roller coasters. Hopefully that's a good thing. So here's some of the general upgrades that we're doing for the 2020 season. We're getting new bathroom partitions for the 4 major bathrooms. Right now, there's a photo that we're gonna show soon. Pretty much right now, there's no bathroom partitions. They're investing a lot of money into bathroom upgrades. And that is one thing that we're adding for the park in the 2020 season. We're adding, again, there's gonna be photos after we tell you the general upgrades. Sawmill, we're adding some theming. So I know you guys like Sawmill, you guys do the extra ride time on Sawmill. It's gonna be like an old-fashioned theming. We have a picture of what they've done so far with it. We're getting new LEDs on Ferris wheels, so hopefully when you guys enter the park and come on like a 10 o'clock close night, all the lights on the Ferris wheel will actually be on.
Fancy.
If you guys love ghost hunt, we're adding new targets in the mirror room. I know there's been a couple guests that came up to me saying there's nothing in that long straightaway in the mirror room. We're adding targets to that as well for the new ghost hunt. Go over the
new benches, specifically 40 around the entire park. They are heavy duty. They're the metal one, the steel, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are top of the line benches so that you have more places to sit. We're adding shading by Harborside Pizza within the water park, so you have more shading areas there, as well as Larry talked about one other area for shade. But then the tiki bar that we got last season that was near the lazy river, we're actually going to move down to Venus Vortex because that's obviously where everyone's going to be. Mm-hmm. And then what's not on here, should I? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do it!
Johnny Rockets might be getting better. Next. Now we can all go to the bathroom together. Specifically, Gold Pass members. So, AJ and I had the lovely task of taking apart every single partition in all the bathrooms we talked about. So there's 4 toilets and Jerry.
The GM is not here, so we can take fun of him.
Yep.
So we were talking about the old-fashioned theme, and I don't know if you guys remember Sawmill. These were like orange pillars that were like rotting, falling apart. We added barrels, nicely glazed barrels. There's also, we kind of fixed up the CPO panel area as well. And then when you guys come down from the drop of sawmill, there's also theming on the side, so you guys can view that. We're trying to theme the park, make it actually a theme park. So a lot of the rides you're gonna see in the past, they're gonna start adding some theme into a lot of these rides. And then Carousel, I don't know if Larry or anyone has told you guys, we have been sending out a shipment of horses to the Carousel Museum in Bristol, Connecticut, and they're pretty much repainting. Every year we give them about 3. These are the 3 that just came back. Look how nice they are. I don't want anyone to sit on them. Like, I was talking to the maintenance guy yesterday. When I took his pictures, like, I don't even want to use them, like, for people to sit on them. They look so nice. This season we did send 6 over there, and I don't know if you are aware that we have a lead horse on the carousel called Peekaboo. That horse is actually going out to the carousel. So this year for the carousel, we are the lead horse will not be on the carousel this year.
And there's Larry and Jerry.
We can't wait to see you guys in 2020. See you guys.